Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Forza Motorsport. We are starting a new series, and this one's got my attention for sure. It is the, Modern Muscle, I believe it's called. And so, of course, you've got the Camaro Super Sport, the Challenger SR T8, and the Ford Mustang GT. These are the three classics that have been battling it out forever, for decades, on who is the ultimate muscle car, right? Now, I'm a Mustang fan all the way around for sure. I have mixed feelings with Mustang. Recently, with them naming their family station wagon SUV electric vehicle a Mustang, just burns me up. Just burns me up almost enough to have me sell my Mustang, but I didn't go that far. Leaning towards the Dodge Challenger, but I would like to buy one of those, but it doesn't come in a convertible that I know of. So I'm a convertible fan. Gotta have a convertible. So it's a and I've never liked Camaros. So some of the older Camaros, a little bit. So, but the race, the decision here is really between the Dodge Challenger and the Mustang, and I already own the Mustang, so might be what I want to race because it's a Mustang, of course. So we're gonna go ahead and just go with that. Select my Mustang and start the series. Now, another piece of commentary here. I'm not so sure I'm super excited to start a new series, to be honest with you. I am not. I've said this before. I am not working towards anything. And developers need to listen to the customer a little more on this. I just don't understand the motivation, like to race 5 races and upgrade a Mustang a little bit. That's it. I mean, that's what you accomplish. And then you move on to something else. So why is there no season championship? I woke up this morning thinking, okay, it's time for me to play Forza with a little bit of like, I shouldn't feel that way. I should be like, okay, I've got work to do because I'm in 12th overall or something in the season standings, and now I'm racing in a Mustang, so I've got to control that and learn that, upgrade that. But that's not how the game works. I'm not working towards anything that I know of. And they really missed the mark on this. So we're going to do a quick upgrade, see if that gives us anything here. Yeah, it didn't change our performance index car number, but everything stayed the same. So interesting. Current new would actually drop my car points from 750 to 725. How is that possible? What am I losing here? I don't see any numbers that go down. What? Car points remaining. Car points remaining. A little confused what that means. Car points remaining 750, and then now it goes to 725. Nothing else changes. It's weird. I'll confirm it, but it's just weird. So finish our upgrades and continue. So we're going to do some practices, some practice laps, and then we'll race the national circuit here in the Mustang. And I know rear-wheel drive, lots of power, not easy. It's not easy. But all of the muscle cars are rear-wheel drive and overpowered, so they're just not easy to control. So hopefully with some upgrades, by the time I finish the series, for example, my car will be something I can handle. That's another just little peeve I have. By the time you upgrade your car, the series is over. Congratulations. That makes zero sense to me. So I just don't get it. All right, I'm going to do some practice, and then we will be back to race momentarily. No reason to bore you with my practice laps here. Just going to get in and get to it, and then you'll see me on the track when the race starts. Be right back. All right, so 3 laps finished. I met the requirement of 1:36 or faster, which put me in first place overall. just barely. So with the new steering wheel setup, which I've mentioned in previous videos, I still struggle. It's still a skill thing. I still got to get comfortable and better and practice and all that. But with the improved steering wheel setup, I can almost expect to be first or second in time, qualifying time, if you call it qualifying. There's really no such thing as qualifying in this game. It's all about getting points just by running well, and then you get to choose where you start anyway, third or further back in the pack. You can never pick, even if you're the fastest, you can't pick first or second, which is so ironic, so funny. Like, what? So it's the way it is. All right, remember, so this is not a rolling start like it is in practice, and so I've had to kind of retrain myself to, like, okay, you are not, okay, slow down. Not starting going 60 miles an hour. So I had a lot of really bad starts because of that. It's just weird that practices are rolling starts, but then the race starts and you're going 0 miles an hour. So that was terrible corner. Terrible. So there's an example. So steering wheel's better, but my driving still not so great. So I started in third just because I wanted to give myself a a fair chance. The steering wheel is still, even though it's a better setup, it is still pulling back to the middle, and you can see it. Now this is a second gear corner for me. You can still see it right there. It'll bobble. See, left, right, left, right. It takes a few bobbles before it centers itself, and so there's still still some settings that I need to tweak just to get complete control over the wheel, but it's better. It's better. It's better. But yeah, it shouldn't bobble like that. That front, it's like the back end or the front end bounces back to center, which is just weird, but it's much 80% better than it was before. So all right, so 7th place, and I've got 4 laps to go. This is the straightaway. It's really the only straightaway on the track here. A lot of this track is flat corners or slightly banked corners, and this little strange chicane through here. But if I race, come on now, if I race carefully, I should be able to work my way back up, even with the bobbling nose. Come on now. Should be able to get the setup so that you can follow a line right down the middle of the track without it bouncing back and forth. So this one you want to shift, but you can't really, because you come right up to this. This is that second gear corner, I call it, because it's a 90-degree turn. There's sand on one side, so let's get back on the track there. So a lot of these straightaways will give you the temptation to shift into fourth, and you probably could, but as soon as you do that, you've got a downshift to get through the corner. So, all right, fourth. We're 1 less than what we started, so it's all right. I'm working my way up, and as I relax and get a feel for the track, I should be able to just pick off these guys. Come on. If I keep that front end, the nose pointing straight, not bobbling. Here's another, oh, this is the straightaway. I was going to say another straightaway. It's not. It's the only straightaway. So down to third. Cut this a little bit. And then we have this little chicane coming up here. So we want to follow these guys through here and not get crazy. I like the fact, oh, I can pass him. I like the fact that I see, this is the second gear corner. Come on, stay on the track. It's fun seeing the back end of Camaros Mustangs and haven't seen too many Challengers. All right, second place, and this is that 90-degree second gear corner. If we tuck it like that, it's golden. Fight the bobble, get back up into third gear, and as I improve, I might be able to kick it up into fourth right there just to go back down into third, but I want to make sure that doesn't carry so much speed into the corner that it's going to kick me off the track. So better. Okay, so 2.5 laps to pass one car, and the smart thing here is to follow, catch up to, and then follow the Mustang that's ahead of me, blue with white stripe down the middle. You cannot, here's the straightaway, you cannot miss the back end of a Mustang, that is for sure. Partly it's those classic taillights that come in threes on both sides of the car, and then the 2 racing stripes up the middle, of course. So we're going to tuck this in here and maybe get a chance to pass. Make sure we don't go too fast into that part of the corner. Nice, he's on my right side. I have still not set up a button to do my rear view mirror, so I don't have a rear view mirror right now, which should be really helpful. But whoo, boy, it's bobbling. Okay, straightaway. 90-degree turn. So that would be best in second gear. You want to touch that apex right there, the inside, up to third and go. So no rear view mirror, but he is on my tail. I can see that white dot. As long as I don't make any mistakes, I should be able to hold this one on for the finish. So we just want to be smart through every corner. And squealing tires. So, you know, this is lowest level on this GT with no apparent upgrades, modifications. So kind of like a stock GT. All right, straightaway. So what do we have? 1 lap to go. Fantastic. And I gained some on him that last part of the, we're going to stay in fourth gear. See if we can keep my speed up. This, I probably have to go down to third. You can use the downshift as a braking system whenever we can. If you don't have to apply brake, we can just use the compression of the engine and the RPMs to help you slow. And that's why you always want to race in manual. You don't want to race automatic if you can help it. So you want control. You want to be able to come into this corner and slam it down to second and then back up to third. If you had to wait for the automatic system to do that, you know, it's not going to shift exactly the way that you would want to shift. It may not shift at all where you want it to shift, which could really throw you off completely in a race. So you always want to race manual. So I'm listening for the engine. That was pretty logged down. You can hear the engine when it needs more RPMs. You can also hear the engine when you can just listen. You don't even need to see the red flashing of the RPMs, but you can hear the engine when it's wanting to shift, and that comes with some experience. First place finish at Grand Oak National. That's the way you start a series. So much better. And boy, I've come a long ways. Still a long ways to go. 28 points for me. Second place is 25 points. And so fantastic. Let's, excuse me. Let's see what kind of upgrades we get for race number 2 before we sign off today. Here are the top 3 finishers. There's a Camaro in the mix. Boo. And 2 Mustangs. So third place, Bot Unicycle 5 driving a Camaro. Popeye Nanu, second place. And myself, BJohn67. Yes, sir. All right, let's get some race rewards here. Driver level. Why am I starting over at driver level 1? You don't start over every series, do you? That I haven't noticed until now. I should be up level like 26, 27. So that I need to look into. That doesn't sound right. What, I get no upgrades? Wow, there were no... Oh, here we go. Performance. But no, there weren't any upgrades. Let's do a quick upgrade and see what happens here. Okay, absolutely no changes at all. Why? Why is that? Still no upgrades. I'm a little confused. My car level's 18. My driver level's 1. I'm not sure how that happened, but so that was a great race for the Modern Muscle in the Mustang. Thanks for riding along with me in the passenger seat, shotgun seat. You're welcome to come back and do it again. Race number 2. I'll check you out next time on the track. I'll see you next time on the track. For now, Mr. Johns is out.